Hello everyone, myself Navendra Murray, Assistant Professor Civil Engineering Program, Assam Downtown University. Today we are going to discuss about pre-stressed concrete members. So without wasting time, let's start with the topic. So what is pre-stress concrete? So, pre-stressed concrete is a form of concrete where initial compression is given in concrete before applying the external load so that stress from external loads are counteracted in the desired way during the service period, which basically means that we are generating and are developing these stresses, compressive stresses, before any external load is applied to the concrete member so that generated stress can counterbalance the load which is gonna be acting on the concrete member. This initial compression is introduced by high-strength steel wires or alloys, which are known as tendons, which are located in the concrete sections. Now, why is pre-stressed concrete required? Concrete, we know that concrete is good at compression but very weak in tensions. When any external load is applied in the bottom part of concrete, a tension zone will occur. So it will try to be elongated, and guess what? It will crack. Okay, so this is why we add some steel bars at the bottom section so that it can resist some of the tension and save concrete from cracking. This is our traditional RC structure. But what about some mega structures with larger beam span? For these larger beam spans, we should provide larger depth, which is often too much that for a bridge over a river, there will be no enough space under the bridge for ships to pass it. Here comes this new concept, which is your pre-stressed concrete. So now understood why we require pre-stressed concrete. Next, we have to know what are the methods of pre-stressing, because there are two methods how we pre-stress the concrete. The first one is your pretension, which is in this method, pretension in this method, the tendons, or you can say the group of wires, are pulled to end bulkhead prior to casting. This pre-stress is later transferred to concrete due to bonding between the concretes. Basically what we are trying to say is that pre-tension concrete are those in which the tendons are tensioned before any pouring of the concrete. The tendons are initially tensioned and anchored at both the ends, and then concrete is poured over it and it is cured. Okay, so if I tell you, suppose this is a beam here, so if we have placed a tendon here, what is happening in pretension is that before concrete is poured here and casted, before that we pull the tendons from both the ends, we pull the tendons, and what we do, we give tension to the tendons and anchor them at both the ends, and then what we do after anchoring, after giving tension and anchoring, we pour the concrete and we allow it to cure. When the concrete attains its desired strength, the tendons are then what happen? We will release the anchorage, and then this pre-stressing forces will be developed and which will act here on the concrete. Okay, so this is your pre-stressing method. Pre-stressing method. Now if we talk about the post-tension, what is post-tension? In this process, first the casting of the structure is done, okay, and later the tensioning is done, which means in post-tensioning concrete, the tendons are tensioned after the concrete is poured. Unlike here, what happened before pouring the concrete, we had pulled these tendons, but here in the post-tension, after pouring of the concrete, what happens, we will initially, that means what, initially the concrete is cast around the sheathing. Okay, here will be a sheathing. In the case of post tensioning, here will be a sheathing where the ducts are formed in concrete, okay, in which the tendons are placed here. tendons are placed. After the concrete is hardened, the tendons are tensioned by these tendons. After this concrete is poured, what happens? We will do what? After the concrete is hardened, the tendons are tensioned by hydraulic jacks and anchored. Okay. In case of bonded type tendons, the duct is grouted with sufficient slurry. Okay. So this was your methods of pre-stressing. One is pre-tensioning, one is post-tensioning. Pre-tensioning, that means before any tender, before applying, before pouring the concrete, the tendons are brought under tension, but in post tensioning it is opposite of that. Okay, so now if we talk about the comparison between the RCC and the pre-stressed concrete, the in RCC, what happens in RCC beam, the concrete in the compression side of the neutral side of the axis alone is effective. The concrete in the tension side of the neutral axis is ineffective, but in pre-stress what happens, the entire section is effective. Okay, we know we know in a beam here what happens, the top portion is always under compression and the bottom portion is under tension. But in the case of RCC, what we mean to say that this was your neutral axis here, so now our top portion is under compression and the bottom portion is under tension. But the concrete here, since concrete can take compression but they're very weak in tension, so what happens, this part is very much effective as compared to this. Concrete is very weak in tension, so the concrete in the tension side of the neutral axis is ineffective. But in the case of pre-stress concrete, what has happened, it is effective, the entire section is effective, okay, in the beam. Next, the reinforced concrete beams are generally very heavy, obviously, because we use more amount of concrete, as well as the rods which are used, are amount of the rods used are more. They always need shear reinforcements besides the longitudinal reinforcement for flexure. But in pre-stressed concrete, what happens? But in pre-stressed concrete, beams are very much lighter. Why? Because by providing the curved tendons and the pre-compression, a considerable part of the shear is resisted. Okay. Now, next one is, in reinforced concrete beams, high strength concrete is not needed. But in pre-stressed concrete beams, high strength concrete and high strength steel are necessary. Why? Because we are going to resist a huge loads. Okay. That means your high strength concrete is needed to resist high stresses at the anchorages, and high strength steel is needed to transfer the large pre-stressing forces which we are going to develop. Another difference is that reinforced concrete beams, being very much massive and heavy, are more suitable in situations where the weight is more desired, okay, than the strength. And in pre-stressed concrete beams, what happens, the pre-stressed concrete beams are very much suitable for heavy loads and longer spans. They are slender and artistic treatments can be easily provided. The deflections in the pre-stressing concrete beams are very much small as compared to our RCC concrete. Next, okay, fine, we have completed the points of the differences between the pre-stressed concrete and the RCC concrete. So thank you so much. We'll conclude the presentation here today. Thank you.